Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
Nelson, here, the day that we're recording this here in Australia, it is Anzac Day.
It is Anzac Day.
Very special day for Australia. Commemorates the troops in the Battle of Gallipoli in the First World War.
Australian and New Zealand Army Corps is what Anzac says.
Oh my God, I saw it was named after the biscuit.
Yeah. Yeah, common mistake. Yeah.
Yes, Australian and New Zealanders. We'll count them. Why not? We count them if they're famous.
In this, yeah, that's right. If they've done something for us,
You're in.
You're in. Yeah. Otherwise, we don't nothing to do with you.
But would you say that this show is for the diggers, or should they avoid it? The diggers is what we call our soldiers, by the way, for our American listeners.
Yeah. They should avoid it.
I don't think there's anything in this for them.
I mean, I don't reckon.
We love them.
Love them. Great.
Even the New Zealand
done
ones.
a great. Yeah, I mean, no, we do.
They did that thing for us.
Yeah. But I don't recommend this to anyone. So
Digger or not,
it would almost be cruel to recommend it to them, I think.
from us, you the listener, recommend away.
Recommend away. Yeah. We have a moral compass. You don't. Cambo, I would normally do a quick thing, but I have this feeling that our podnapping later is going to go real long. So let's just get into it.
Great.
Okay. This was by Two Hood 95. And it was actually, don't know what subreddit. It was everywhere. I don't even know how to say his name. Chauvin, found guilty of murder, manslaughter in George Floyd's death. You know what? I've decided I don't care that I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Derek Chauvin, I think it is.
Chauvin.
I think it is. I don't know.
Let's call him Chode Man.
Chode Man.
I feel like that's more appropriate for his character. This has obviously been one of the biggest, if not the biggest thing this week, this month, honestly, since GameStop, I think. I just thought this is like such great news, which is so weird, right? Because I think a lot of the comments about this have been like the uncertainty of it all, which has been scary in some degree, to be like, actually, there's a chance that he might be found,
Not guilty.
Not guilty, and that's just sort of horrible in itself,
I did see, obviously, this subject brings up like kind of a political divide, I think. Some people further to the right would suggest that, he was doing his job and there was a terrible thing that happened, etc. And then other people saying that didn't need to necessarily do what he did, and that's caused the death. Yeah. We'll leave it to you, listener, to decide which side we fall on during this discussion.
Yeah. Are we on Chode Man's side? You'll never know.
But something that did amuse me is we have a satirical newspaper here in Australia called the Batuta Advocate, similar to The Onion for the American listeners. And they had a headline. I'm part of a group it's called Boomers Mistaking the Batuta Advocate for Real News. Yep. But this week it was more, I guess, Americans that were fooled because they ran a headline. And the headline was, "Murderer who was caught murdering on film was charged with murder." With a picture of him.
Yeah.
And I saw a couple of Republicans and whatnot in America being like, "Can you believe this headline they're running in Australia?"
It's pretty. It was pretty funny, but I just thought it was like really good news, and and I think it was like worth bringing up, because it's just like, even if you are saying that cops have the right to, give excessive force or whatnot, I just find it hard to understand how you could say this was an acceptable limit. I can't find that line. Sometimes even if I disagree with somebody or like something extreme, I'm like, I can sort of see where the line is. I can see where you're understanding it. This, I'm like, I don't get those people.
I don't want to start the show by throwing any stones or anything like that, because we respect law enforcement. We have some friends that are part of law enforcement. But I will say, as an Australian on the outside looking in, American police are insane.
It does seem pretty insane.
Like just how militarized it really is.
Yeah.
And the excessive force is so commonly used. Whereas like it's with some exceptions, obviously, we're talking about this as like two middle class white dudes. Like we never get suspected of anything kind of thing.
Yeah.
That like the idea of police killing people while arresting them is way more foreign here. It's not that it doesn't happen. It does happen. Especially with like Indigenous people, but way, way less common, and the police is way, way less militarized here than it is. Yeah,
they are held accountable for a lot more. I think,
that's
straight away. Is
and
like the thing.
I think it's a big like sigh of relief in a period politically in the world where accountability didn't seem to be worth much. Yeah. That there is some accountability that is being forced upon people.
Yeah.
Like we just had 4 years of no accountability.
Yeah, that's right. Do you know, funnily enough, another sort of, I would say, good news story, which I only just read and I don't know all the details about.
Great. Spew your opinion.
Let's do it. The UK Parliament unanimously passed ruling.
A bill?
No, not a law, but understanding that the Chinese government were guilty of genocide to the Uyghur
the
monks. So, I thought that was like a really interesting and good step. Like China is such this huge powerhouse, and for UK unanimously to stand up against that, I thought it was really amazing. I don't know what it means though, but
in a similar ilk, Joe Biden actually just formally recognized the Armenian genocide, which has been a long time coming. That was in World War One. And no government has ever like officially recognized it because then all of a sudden, like, there's this backlash from
Turkey, right? Was going to be angry about that or something.
If you want a very westernized view of this, there's a movie came out a couple of years ago called The Promise, which was about the Armenian genocide, which is completely independently funded, but is still like a $100 million movie with like Christian Bale and Oscar Isaac and whatnot. And you probably never heard of it because it got buried deep. Because it did formally acknowledge the Armenian genocide. But that is something that has been like a hot button thing for so long. So between England deciding to accuse China of like some atrocities against the Uyghurs and the Armenian genocide, it's nice that some accountability seems to be coming through.
I just feel like, you know what? It's good start to the year.
Yeah.
Last year, write that one off. This year, we're getting better.
Yeah. It's not a write-off yet. But it's getting closer to being not a write-off.
Yeah, we're heading in the right direction.
Because it's the kind of thing where if you're looking back on history and you're like, we need to erase 5 years somewhere. 2020, no question. Get it out of here.
Oh, please, get rid of that.
You might go like 2003. What really happened in 2003?
Nothing.
Get rid of that.
Yeah.
But so far, 2021 is looking like there's enough good things happening where you're like, oh, let's not reverse some of that stuff.
Let's keep that one in. For now. We come to December and it's raining hellfire. Anywho, I think we should move on to Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. Okay. This Ask Reddit, sorry, is by
do you need a moment, Nelson?
Here's the problem, and I'm very sorry that I've done this. I forgot that I actually pasted a bunch of them. Normally, I cut it down before the show. I like go through, I'm like, I saved all these ones during the week, and then I cut it down, and I forgot to do that.
So were you trying to decide which one to actually read?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You could probably see the panic in my eye. Oh my God, there's so many. And also, like, all not that great. So,
Burn through them.
That's part of the decision. Okay. Let's just do this first one. This was by Feeling of Sunday. What movie is simply magical to you, no matter how popular or unpopular it may be?
So I saw this post throughout the week.
Okay.
Obviously piqued my interest being movies.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my thing. Mm-hmm. And I was somewhat disappointed because it kind of like the comment section of this did show what just happens with movies in general. Because a lot of the top ones were like Jurassic Park. I watched it as a kid or whatever.
Yeah, like these are really good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of want to go in there and find the weird ones that aren't that popular or are bad even and whatnot that people just really like.
Yeah.
But the problem is that like Jurassic Park is so popular that someone says it and everyone's like, oh yeah, I do love Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And then it just gets upvoted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like all the top ones are like E.T. Yeah, like these classic movies that everyone kind of universally loves.
Yeah, you almost want something slightly controversial in the like way it was received.
So I'm not going to say magical, but there's a certain genre of movie that I'm always intrigued to find out what every person's is, which is sick day movies. If you're homesick, because they're comfort movies.
Yeah.
What movie do you put on? I've got a really weird one.
Okay.
And it's not even that popular a movie, so I'm going to have to explain it a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to preface this with, I know this isn't a good movie. In fact, I'd say it's a bad movie.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, when I'm sick, there's two movies that I watch.
Yeah.
One is a movie called Accepted with Justin Long and Jonah Hill.
Oh.
And it's the most run-of-the-mill teen comedy you'll ever find.
Right.
They create their own fake college and pretend that they're going to this college and it all goes haywire. So generic.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I think one time I watched it when I was homesick and I just had a bit of a good time. So now I've just got that positive association with it.
Yeah.
To be like, if I'm sick, it'll cheer me up.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other one is The Terminal with Tommax.
Oh, that is a weird one.
Isn't it?
Is a nice, charming film, though.
Yeah. That one I would say was received better than Accepted was critically.
Yeah.
But
definitely a weird one.
That's a Tom Hanks and a Steven Spielberg movie. Neither of them at their best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like they had a couple of months free in their windows. They made the Terminal kind of movie.
Yeah, that's right. Shot mainly in one location.
Yeah.
Like they put very little effort into this film. That's some pretty weird ones. I actually don't know what necessarily my now sick day movie is, because I would normally just like watch Twitch or something.
The whole landscape of modern entertainment has changed so much that the sick day movie is like the sick day YouTube rabbit hole or Twitch stream
or like I know a lot of people would just watch tons of The Office or something like that. You know, something that's
just binge watch something.
But definitely when I was a kid, I think there was like 2 or 3 maybe slightly different times in my life. One was Hook.
Yep.
Great. That was just a great film.
Steven Spielberg's getting a lot of play. Because I saw both Jurassic Park and E.T. in people's things. I said The Terminal. You said Hook.
Yeah.
These are all Steven Spielberg apparently makes movies that people want to watch when they're bored or sick.
Next is A Bug's Life.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I would say a forgotten gem, A Bug's Life.
Yeah, it is actually such a good film.
As a kid, I haven't seen it in many years, so I don't know how well it holds up. But as a kid, that was my preferred Pixar movie.
Yeah.
I remember we brought the VHS at the time.
Yeah.
Where you could select which bug you wanted on the front cover.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so they came with like variant slip covers that you slipped in.
Oh, very cool. Who'd you go with?
Heimlich the Caterpillar.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
Well, from memory, he was just like the big bumbling comic relief character. So as a kid, I'm like, he's the best.
He's so funny.
He's got a funny accent.
And they're like 2 smaller bugs.
Yeah, 2 little
They
were like fleas, I think.
Yeah, maybe fleas. Yeah.
And there was the ladybug, but he wasn't a lady, so that always annoyed him.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, that's great. That's a great film.
Kevin Spacey's in that. I wonder if that sours it at all now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's the villain. He's Hopper.
That's fun then.
Oh, Kevin Spacey's playing a predator, right? Interesting.
He was born for that role, some would say. Also, I've rewatched The Matrix like just tons of times.
It's just a great
tons
movie.
of times.
It's just, if anyone out there is a bit of a cinephile, Kevin Spacey's similar. He was a pedophile.
Yes.
And probably a cinephile. He worked in movies.
Yeah, probably.
He's not just one file. Stacey and I did something about a year ago now, at the start of the lockdown in 2020. And if you're a cinephile, I would very much recommend going through a movie marathon of movies just released in the year 1999, which is the year that The Matrix came out.
Yeah.
It's a wild ride of great movies.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute banner year for big blockbuster fun.
Yeah. It's so...
There was
it
a Star
always
Wars,
seems-
there was The Matrix, there was Fight Club, there was The Mummy. It's just a great year.
The Mummy.
The Mummy?
Yeah, it's fine.
You don't like The Mummy?
No, but I knew that you would get really amped up about it. It's fine.
I took the bait.
I was going to say other just like sort of random things for this, more in line with this one. Again, probably still popular. It's so hard to like choose what an unpopular film is that's so magical. It seems like it's a hard one to sort of choose. But I think something that's a bit left of center that made me help like appreciate, I think, another genre of movie in general was I really liked Run Lola Run.
Oh, yeah, of course. 1999.
Was it really?
It was.
Wow, see, well, that's so
It's a
interesting.
good year.
Yeah.
Though I guess I should specify, just in case, I don't think anyone would write in 98 in Germany, 99 everywhere else.
Yeah.
Because everyone was slow on the uptake, obviously.
Yeah. Obviously, I knew
Because
that.
I think the normal response, if someone says, do you want to watch a German film, is no.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, and then eventually, a year's time, you'll be like, oh, fine, yeah, put it on. No, it's not bad.
Yeah. All right.
Not bad.
They take a year of convincing. But that got me onto, I think probably two things made me accept more. Because I watched that when I was, quite young. I was only 10 at the time, theoretically, when that came out.
And I think
might not have watched it at the year that it came out.
It's a movie that I think maybe we'll just give some context to, because I would say it's maybe lesser known than some of the other films we've talked about.
Yep.
German film, kind of a time looping element to it.
Groundhog Day, but German style.
Yes, though the conceit in this one is that Lola
Yeah.
runs from one place to the other, but there's slight variations in what happens every time, and it's kind of like a sliding doors, if you will, of like what would have happened had this
true,
one thing gone.
It's not like she knows the same day is playing.
Yeah.
It's that the same day plays multiple times in a slight different order.
Yeah.
And actually, the thing is at the start, when she's on the stairwell, one time she walks down normally, the next time she gets tripped up, and then another time she sort of jumps over the rail. Yeah. So she's either a little bit slower or normal pace or faster, and that changes.
It's the butterfly effect about how each of those small things, those small decisions she makes, kind of like shatter out into larger things. It's a really great movie.
Yeah, really interesting. So I think that made me, one, appreciate probably more foreign films in general, but also I feel like it was under the art house umbrella kind of too, and sort of those two things. Like I think
got a pumping German techno soundtrack as well.
Yeah, definitely does. Yeah, like I probably wouldn't have watched Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, perhaps, or like Being John Malkovich if it wasn't for that movie. So I feel like Anyway, let's do another one. This is by E1M11993. What should a person that is secretly a lizard man do if people got suspicious of him?
You've come to the right place. I'm glad they've come to the right place for this.
Yeah. We are lizard men.
Yeah. I would say you should go swing the widest against lizard men. Like, if anyone here is a lizard man, you tell I'm going to kill any lizard man I see. And then everyone's like, geez, he really hates lizard men.
He's so anti-lizard man. There's no chance that he is a lizard man.
Yeah.
No.
Like, and really suspect your friends. Like, Nelson, I want to have a talk.
Yeah.
You can be straight with me. Are you a lizard man?
Yeah.
Because I'll kill you.
Yeah. Lick your lips for me. I think that's the test, right? I think you've fallen into a trap there.
Okay.
Because I would say the same thing happens for people that have been brought up in a certain way probably with like homophobic parents or something, they end up being gay, and then they are, say, they're really anti-gay.
Yeah.
but then- Self-hating, yep. And I feel like sometimes that can be suspicious. You know, if they get to the point and they're like, have a platform and they're yelling about how they don't like gays, I'm a little bit suspicious about that person
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
But I think maybe you need to take a step back, perhaps. If you're a lizard man, join the lizard man, anti-lizard man organization, the ALMO, if you will. Yep. And maybe get into a relationship with the head of the organization, you know, because it's like, oh, well, he's so anti-lizard men. He would know if he's dating a lizard man. And so therefore the partner cannot be a lizard man.
Yeah, beyond suspicion.
Beyond suspicion. That's the trick for everything.
I would also say we're all about self-love here in the show. Embrace it. Be the lizard man you are. Don't let society put you into an anti-lizard man box.
Yeah.
If your true identity is a lizard man, then live your life that way.
We're progressing as a society,
yeah.
you know. We're accepting of everyone and everything.
This is the way a society goes. We accept lizard men. Hundreds of years later, lizard women get some rights as well.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's the way our society seems to evolve.
Yeah. Then gay lizard men and women can sort of come out.
And then eventually two gay lizard men marrying. Oh, I don't think so. No, thank you. And then eventually that gets passed.
Yeah, and that gets passed. And then it's lizard people.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Up to that point, we get...
That's what we're working towards, lizard people.
Yeah. We want to get to lizard people. But yeah. Also, avoid flies. If I know a lizard person, and I think I do, can't give up a good fly.
Yeah,
you know?
it's true. You need to really, bury those urges deep down.
Yeah, don't
Lock them away.
Don't let them surface. Don't be around sweet places that flies might congregate to, or dirty places. Yeah. That's how you spot a lizard man. They keep an immaculate apartment, not a speck of dirt. He doesn't want to accidentally have a tasty fly come his way, and he just has to.
If you say, like you normally would to a friend, you want to go hang down at the swamp, and they're like, no, definitely not, no, and they start sweating.
Yeah.
That's a lizard man.
Their skin starts peeling up. That's how you get them. Anyway, I think we should move on to Today I Advice. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Today I Learned. And also sometimes advice. This advice is by Knowles Gaming YT, which I think is YouTube. Oh, okay. Bit of a plug. I have a date, and we're going to watch Shrek at her house. Do you guys/girls have any advice and things I should and should not do? In brackets, we are both 15, and it's my first date.
I'm interested to know how well Shrek holds up to a 15-year-old in this day and age.
I was so surprised.
It was full, if I remember, of references to current pop cultural things from 2000 and whenever it came out, 2001, 2002.
Smash Mouth will never date, Ken.
I think there was a couple of Matrix bullet time gags and stuff in there.
Yeah.
But maybe it is more timeless than I'm giving it credit for. I know it's lived on kind of through memes.
Yeah, that's right.
It's become this whole kind of meme thing, and maybe that's why they're interested in Shrek. But that's what a random movie to have to watch.
Yeah. It's a great. I think if you're looking for signs of a good date, just in general, if it starts with you watching the movie Shrek, you're already up.
You're on the right trajectory.
Yeah. You've started the correct way. Yeah.
If she can look over and see you just shedding a single tear during the montage set to Hallelujah.
Yeah.
But sensitive as well.
Yeah, exactly.
There's my first hint.
Oh.
Even if you need to fake it, maybe bring a little tear dropper thing.
Yeah.
I want a single tear during the montage set to Hallelujah.
Yeah. People like a sensitive person.
Yeah.
Okay, so watch Shrek beforehand just in case.
Yeah.
In case you haven't seen it, like you're some sort of idiot. And prepare for the different scenes, perhaps. Like you could...
I would say things to avoid are quoting Donkey. I think that's overdone. In the morning, I'm making waffles, things like that. Everyone does that. You know what I mean? I would say it's almost like if you're watching Borat and saying, my wife, everyone does that.
Yeah, okay.
So you want to do the different,
Oh.
Did I ever tell you, we have Stacey on the show later on.
Yeah.
So we're already going to anger her enough. So maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm
do
going
it
to
anyway.
I'm going to anyway. Shrek was on TV not long ago.
Yeah.
And we saw the very end of it. And then the credits started playing and it went to the next thing. Mm-hmm. And she was legitimately confused. And she's like, where's the karaoke bit? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, where's the swamp karaoke party? And I told her, I'm like, I think that was just a DVD extra. She's like, no, it's part of the film. I'm like, I don't think it is, but I think that was something that was on home releases as an extra bonus.
Right.
She's like, no. That's part of the... So we had to look up, and it was a DVD extra.
DVD extra.
But then it turned out that Stacey knows every single line of the Shrek karaoke party.
She was real into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was shattered that it wasn't part of it. So get the DVD or the Blu-ray that has the extra karaoke party.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
Get onto that. In fact, that's a good thing. Should you sing along to the songs that come up? In fact, they're bangers. I think you should.
Bad Reputation is on there. Mm-hmm. That's always a banger.
I only remember All Star.
Yep, All Star.
Basically.
Famously All Star.
Yeah.
And then the Smash Mouth cover of I'm a Believer.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. Here's what I think, because they're quite young. So I think something we need to address is consent is important.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say, hey, do you mind if I sing along to Smash Mouth? And if she says no, get out of there.
Yeah.
Bullet dodged. Who wants to watch Shrek with somebody who doesn't want to sing along?
Who can resist the siren call that is somebody once told me? Yeah.
It's a banger. It's going to be my head for the rest of the day.
Because you really have to hit that B in body. Somebody once.
Yeah. Such a great song. Ah, man. I want to watch Shrek now.
Man, as a kid, so many adult skewed jokes just over my head in Shrek.
Yeah.
Even the fact that they call the villain Lord Farquaad.
Yeah.
Never registered at all as any kind of very thinly veiled curse word.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's funny. But great film. I don't know. We didn't really give it much advice.
Yeah, I think I said shed a single tear.
Oh, yeah. Do that. It's good.
And don't quote Donkey.
Yeah. You know what? Here's another first date sort of tip. Give her a 20. You know?
Just slip a crisp $20 bill?
Yeah. Just over the table.
What do you say? Do you say anything when you do this? You're like, that's just for you?
Wink.
Buy yourself something nice?
Wink.
Yeah. So you say wink.
Yeah. You say wink if you can't wink.
Yeah.
He's only 15. I can't remember how old I was when I learned to wink. He might need to say wink.
Yeah, it's something that comes around the 21st birthday normally.
Yeah. That ability to do so.
Yeah.
Tell me you wouldn't be disappointed if you're on a date and right at the end, Stacey slipped you a 20. It's
and then went wink.
I'd be like, sweet.
Great.
Yeah, great date. This is me so good. I made money coming out here on this date. Nobody's going to be disappointed with that.
When you're right, Dolphin.
All right, let's get into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Purple Circle. If the staff at McDonald's all wore black armbands when the ice cream machine was broken, it would save a lot of unnecessary explaining. Be very appropriate too, I think.
Are you ever suspicious about the ice cream machine being broken? Because we both worked at a candy bar at a cinema that had a coffee machine.
Oh, yeah.
And that was always broken, wasn't it, Nelson?
Yeah. Here's a little secret, listeners.
Here's a little secret. It was so annoying to use and clean at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Slap a sign on it.
Well, no, I did. I could do one better, Cambo.
You could break it, couldn't you?
I could break it. It would come up with a little warning. But basically, there was like a way that you fit all the different parts in, and the machine would detect if the parts are in the right place. And to a novice, you could put it in place where it looked like it fit.
Yeah.
And so if they would pull out and like, oh, I don't know, it's just not working. But so I got really good at it, and I put it in incorrectly, and it would say it's not working, and it'd be like, oh, sorry, no coffee. Because here's the thing, it's so annoying when you've got like a line out the door, and somebody's like, yeah, I'd like a coffee in my movie, and you're like, great, there goes like 2 minutes of me fiddling with all this stupid shit, even though it was like kind of an automatic one.
To be clear, a bad coffee.
A bad coffee. It was so bad. We had the little milk fridge next to it, and because I think probably part of the problem was it was used so infrequently because I would break it so often that it was like that milk was just in there forever, and it smelled kind of gross.
And like it is long life milk, but even at that point, the milk's like, come on.
Yeah.
I know I'm long life milk, but this is ridiculous.
Even I have my limits.
So, but this is because you also worked at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So is the ice cream machine similarly annoying to function?
No, I think that wasn't so much. I know there was definitely times we lied, and I think it was more like we were like you might have to put more of the mixture in.
Right.
And you're like, I can't be both doing that right now. Like, we're about to close. Well, I worked at a 24-hour one, but like we might be closing the dining room. It's like, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
And that's going to take me an extra 5 minutes. So.
Generally, as someone that unfortunately had to put up with a broken coffee machine so often, Nelson, whenever I go to a McDonald's and say, can I have an ice cream? And they say, I'm sorry, the ice cream machine is broken. I have a two-pronged internal thought.
Yeah.
Prong one, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Prong two, but I completely understand.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing, and I respect that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I always find, like, I actually one very rarely go to McDonald's these days.
Yeah.
But like two, for some reason, I reckon I always, whenever I want an ice cream on a Sunday or something, that is always the time at which it's broken. It's never any other time. I'll go to McDonald's another time just wanting to get a burger or something. Ice cream machine working perfectly. Kids run around having a laugh with their 50-cent coin.
They say at the counter, do you want an ice cream? Like,
Yeah.
No, I just want my burger.
Yeah, right now, no. I'll come back in an hour. Back in an hour. It's broken. So annoying. Okay, here's another one. This, honestly, I thought this next one was maybe the most poignant shower thought this ever existed.
Great. I'll get ready to contemplate.
Okay. This is by Dalek from Scarrow. It takes intelligence to realize how stupid you are.
Oh, that is quite poignant, isn't it?
Isn't it such a good... Because you're like, yeah, that's the problem with being stupid. Is you need to be intelligent to know that you're stupid. It's a cycle. It's a never-ending cycle of it's why stupid people exist.
It's similar to that thought that I tend to agree with, which is the smartest answer is I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you're fully admitting, look, I don't know this, so I'm not going to make something like that's an ethos I quite like. And this is in a similar vein.
Yeah.
To like be able to check yourself. And it's almost about being a little bit humble.
Yeah.
As well. Like that's really where a lot of this comes from, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being humble enough to be like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of dumb. I don't know.
Yeah. way over my head. Yeah. It would be a brilliant world if everybody was just intelligent enough to be able to say that they don't know.
Yeah.
Imagine how many, like, conversations, issues in the world that could be solved purely from not from anybody adding any more value, but just from people that are idiots not contributing. That would be a different world.
If there was a world in which everyone was brave enough to say I don't know, I suspect there would be no 5G conspiracy theories.
Yes.
Because I would suspect if you're like, can you give me irrefutable proof of this? They're like, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I think, that's right. You would get rid of every conspiracy theory. And then, in fact, those things would be more believable
Yeah.
in that world.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, hey, 5G, gives you cancer or something. I don't know, whatever. Controls you. Controls your mind.
Coronavirus was one of them, yeah.
Yeah. Then I'd be like, holy crap. That's more suspicious because I know everybody in the world is of an intelligence where if they didn't know, they would say that.
Let's say we have a device that we hop through dimensions.
Yeah.
And we go into a dimension, the little thing says, this is one where everyone admits that they don't know.
Yeah.
So we know this conspiracy theory is true. I'd go to the first person and be like, is the Loch Ness Monster real? And if they're like, maybe, I'm like, oh my God, it's definitely real.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Anything that's not no, there's possibility. Okay. Here's another one. This is by Lanye Waste. Oh wait, I think I've read the wrong person. Oh, I guess I'll just read this other one. One of the greatest luxuries in life is the ability to sleep in without setting an alarm.
It is increasingly the older I get.
Yeah.
My favorite thing.
I love it. I've got to the point now where if it sort of still depends on if I get to bed early enough.
Yeah.
But if I do and I've got work the next day, normally that'd be a huge no-no. And I've many times in my younger years, I've slept through an alarm or just not set it and then been really late to work and it's been really bad and embarrassing and whatever. But I love waking up on a work day without my alarm having gone off. To me, that was like, I've achieved something in life and I've finally reached adulthood is what I felt.
I have this this weird body clock thing where almost without fault, I'll wake up independently and be like, my alarm didn't go off. And then it goes off. Like it's moments before my alarm. It happens so constantly where my body clock obviously is just attuned to the alarms that I set, I guess.
Yeah.
It goes, it's about now. And I'll wake up and I would say generally within 30 seconds of my alarm each time.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre.
That's really interesting.
But here's the opposite to this, especially because we have alarms that are just automated. They just repeat. So like they're set for weekdays and stuff like that. The other one is when you've got a day off, like a public holiday or something, and you've forgotten to turn your alarm off.
Oh, yeah.
And then still at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, which is when ours goes off, it wakes you up. You're like, oh no, I could have slept in.
That exact thing happened to me this morning, Cambo. It's even more annoying because today's a Sunday.
Yeah.
It happened to me yesterday on the Saturday too. Both nights, particularly last night, I was out a little bit later, so I didn't wake up naturally, but I had accidentally selected the alarm on Friday that wakes me up at 7:30 every single day, and so Saturday morning I was like, oh god damn it, I woke up at whatever, turned it off, and I was kind of awake anyway, so like okay, I'll get out of bed, but then was out kind of late last night. This morning, maybe a little bit hungover as well. The alarm goes off at 7:30. I was like, God damn it. This is the worst thing that's happened to me.
But you're just so disappointed in yourself every time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I could have prevented this.
If I just had a thought ahead.
Cool. All right, Gambo, let's get into podnapping.
Oh my God, I'm being podnapped.
Podnapping.
You're ready now.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a segment, we take a topic of conversation or a segment from another podcast, and we do it ourselves.
You're a bit flustered there, Nelson.
I am flustered. Cambo, I think I've made a very bad relationship move. We'll find out in a moment.
Well, okay. So last week, we had Stacey on the show for Podnapping.
Yes.
Showing off her we are just endlessly amused by her Simpsons knowledge.
It was brilliant. And received quite a lot of good feedback.
It did.
People were just as impressed as us.
And you thought, double down on that aspect. Mm-hmm. So Stacey's back on the show this week.
Hi, boys.
Hello. Well, thank you for coming back.
Why am I here?
But, Nelson, you brought an extra guest again.
This week, we have Ellen.
Hi. I regret everything.
Yeah. I forgot to put in my dating profile that it would be obligatory that you come onto the podcast at some point in our relationship. but it's too late now to back out.
So you got a pair of couples now.
We got a pair of couples.
Yep.
Yeah. And so what I wanted to do this, and I just thought it'd be more entertaining with more people anyway.
Yeah. Things are generally better when it's not just me.
Yeah.
When you can rely on more than just me.
Yeah. Pretty much. So what I'm podnapping is The Price is Right.
Oh.
Actually, I'm not podnapping that. Do you know what podcast I'm podnapping?
No, I was about to call out that this isn't a podcast at all. What podcast are you podnapping?
I knew you wouldn't know. Do you know, Stacey?
Why would I know this?
It's the Reddit on Reddit podcast.
Oh.
Cambo, somebody didn't get far enough through their podcast.
I thought I listened to the whole thing, but maybe my anger was so seething.
Yeah.
And the steam was coming from out of my ears so much that I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Or I
yep.
forgot. Who knows? First of all, I don't remember anything that happens on this podcast, let alone
another podcast. Oh my God. Okay, so what's going to happen is I've got some items here. I've converted them all to AUD. Took me a very long time.
Don't we have someone for this?
We do. Not enough time. It would have taken far longer. I thought about this today, Cambo, obviously. So I thought this is the way that we could do it. I'll start with you, Cambo, and then we'll go around clockwise.
Sure.
And you say what you think it's worth,
Yep.
and then I'm going to say higher or lower, right? So if you're last to go, you have a bit of an advantage. But then if you win, then you go first for the next item.
Okay.
And then we'll do it that way. So there's a chance to sort of, I don't know, come back or something or
We've
whatever.
seen The Price is Right.
Yeah, you get it. And then there's a special round at the end.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is the first one. First item. It's a Tesla Model S.
Okay, this is heavily skewed towards Cambo.
Oh, yeah, because Cambo's such a big car guy. Yeah.
Oh, he's a big Tesla guy.
I'm a big Tesla guy, and I had zero idea until I looked it up.
I want a Tesla. I've never looked into anything to do with purchasing a Tesla because I've just assumed out of my price range.
Yeah. Okay, Tesla Model S. It's a long-range, dual-modal, all-wheel drive. Now, that is the standard model, but I have added on the auto-driving capability.
Okay,
because
yeah.
So
I'm
glad
not an
you
idiot.
specified that.
Yeah.
It's really helpful. Thank
Well,
you.
because we
what
just-
you were going to say, add a little bit more onto that, you know?
Well, because we once discovered that to add that on is shockingly not as much as you'd assume. It was like, isn't it like an extra $2,000 or something to add?
No,
okay.
I'll give this to
Okay.
you. Oh, you've failed already at the prices, right? But it was 10 grand more
10 grand more.
to add that on. I'm not sure if maybe it was cheaper previously, but like this one, I don't know, has lots of cool different stuff. You can summon a Tesla now. Like if you're at a shopping center and you've parked the car and then you just want to get the car to you, you just summon it to you. That's awesome.
None of this sounds cheap.
Anyway, yes.
So I'm going to go... Oh, God. I know so little about the value of cars that I'm either going to go comically high or comically low. Mm-hmm. $65,000.
Okay, higher.
Higher.
$150,000.
Lower.
Ooh, well, that jewel thing really got me.
Now, you've got the best... You know it's in between those values now. That's the best version.
120.
It is $82,990. Oh crap! Somebody's gonna have to do the maths. Who was closest? Cambo. Cambo was actually closest.
Yeah.
Quite a bit cheaper than I thought it would be. I was initially thinking like the $150,000 mark or something like that. Okay, Cambo.
But this is the base model, right?
This is the base model.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
but I think
don't
the
they
most recent base model.
But that's what they start at, and then the more...
But the only extra things you add on is like, because how to look, it's like different wheels, different
Right.
interior stuff, but the car is upside. Okay, you're on a point. Remember your score, people. Okay, I'm not
Does that-
responsible for.
Does that start with
keeping
me
track.
again then if I won?
Yeah, you won, so you get to go again. Okay, the current GameStop share price.
Okay, these are so skewed towards you guys. Where is the
It's-
price of the title of the Simpsons episode? I know that.
Yeah.
GameStop share price.
Yeah.
God, I wish I had to follow this closer.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't we like kind of not want to talk about it that much on the show because it was everywhere?
Yeah. Well, I brought it back up. What are you going to do?
I don't know. How much is a share worth?
I could not tell you.
$9,000.
Lower.
Okay.
You thought a share is worth $9,000.
I don't know, Nelson. I know nothing about this world. And why would you assume I do?
Because when we were talking about GameStop shares ages ago, you had a vague idea.
Wait. We were talking about it when?
Ages ago.
It's gone, mate. It's gone from my mind.
Not like years ago. It was this year. Okay, Stacey, can I just say way less than $9,000?
like $10.
Okay, you've gone too far.
Okay, there you go. It's between 9,000 and 10,000.
Oh, it's so easy. Oh my God, I love this game. $18.
Okay.
Do I win again? With my
No. Ellen wins. It's $195.15.
Oh my God, I was so close.
Yeah. Exactly. You could play that game. Oh, I just thought about that. Do $1 less or more, depending. Okay. Okay, Ellen, starting with you again. Monopoly, the board game.
Oh, $29.99.
Oh, smart. Lower.
I'm gonna say 20 even.
Higher.
I've got to do 25, right?
25 on the nose. You've got it. Okay. Everybody's got a point, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a point. Oh my God, this is a tight race. Okay. Stacey starting. A 2-liter bottle of LA ice cola.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, I just want to say this: the LA Ice Cola has not appeared on this show in
For
many years.
a very long time. Same with Monopoly. That was
Yeah.
one of our staples at some point. I decided to bring them back up.
I assume nothing because it's no longer in production or something.
No, it's you can still buy it.
Like $1.49.
Higher.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 liters there. Come on. Ellen.
$2.50.
Lower.
What did you say?
Don't know.
Gotta play the game, Gamma.
$2.
It's $1.70. I think that makes you closest. You said $1.49.
No, it's 20 cents from me, 30 cents from him.
Oh, maths. Stacey gets another point. Yeah, that's true. Whoops. Okay, Stacey, you're on 2 points.
I don't know if you're qualified to be playing the prices right, Nelson.
Was Drew Carey qualified?
Apparently, he did for
What
many
do you-
years.
what do you need
and
to-
he never went whoops.
What do you need to be qualified for?
General, like being able to tell the difference in price between.
He's
two
got
people's
somebody in
guesses and
his
what's
ear
closer.
saying,
Tricks.
that's higher. I think that's how that works. Okay, this one's a bit nuts. This is an island in the Bahamas. It's called Blue Island in Exuma Cays, Bahamas.
Can you tell us roughly how big the island is?
It's big.
Because I know you. Because
It's actually, I think, 700 acres.
yeah, okay. Because I know that you can buy like micro islands that are kind of uninhabitable.
Yeah, this one
And I
is-
think like Hamish and Andy once brought one, and it was like $300,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is a bit bigger.
quite a bit bigger. There's like, it's almost like its own mini resort for billionaires, basically.
Yeah.
Is there
It's a little bit
resort on
phallic
it?
in design.
I'm
I
gonna
will
say-
say. No,
The resort or the island?
Oh, wait,
Oh,
is it my
so-
turn?
yeah, your go.
Yeah.
Can I ask is there like buildings and stuff on it?
There are, so there's actually a runway for a
okay.
like a private plane.
I'm going to say 12 million.
Okay, higher.
Was it the resort or the island that is phallic shaped? That
The
is important.
The island is phallic shaped.
Huh.
Yeah.
37 million.
Okay, higher.
Oh, it's easy. 38 million.
Oh, damn it. I should have put in some rules. Some rules in place. It's
I'll take that
37
point, thank you very
million
much.
And $1. I'm sorry, Canberra. It was actually...
Well, I'll have a serious guess.
Okay.
Is it? I'm going to say 55 million.
You're all under $97 million.
Jeez.
why would you do that?
Because you're a billionaire.
Seems like, yeah.
And
But
also,
I feel
you
like it was
charge
such-
people to stay in the resort.
Well, no,
a business.
I think this was like it's just your private own resort yourself.
I would imagine if you're one of those
like
one of those families that has like big family money or whatnot, and you
Yeah.
all want to go on like some
The
family-
Kardashians. Just say the Kardashians.
the Kardashians, or
Yeah.
I was thinking of like the Rothschild, like these big like billionaire families. And
Yeah.
you want to have some big family get together. You all go to that island, and it's your thing. I think.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It just seems so weird. It seems like a hassle to have an island. I think we gotta get to the island. You probably gotta pay for like staff on the island because I'm pretty sure.
If you can afford the $100 million island, you can afford staff.
Yeah, I know, but like, it's such a hassle.
But maybe you can afford the $100 million island because you cut a couple of corners that would otherwise cost you money, like staff.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you're like, I gotta pick up my own towels.
Yeah.
Is that how you get $100 million?
Yeah.
You
Your own
just
towels.
skimp on everything.
I pick up my towels every day, Michael. I don't have $100 million.
You cut
But
out
you're
the,
closer to it.
yeah. You cut out the little things here and there.
Yeah. Smart. That's how you get there. Okay. Who you got? Oh yeah, Canberra
Yeah,
got
so
that.
I'm on 2. Stacey, I believe you're on 2. And Alan, I think you're just on the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan, come on.
To be fair,
Am I embarrassing you?
Yes, I can't believe this.
I think the listeners should know that Alan did not receive any forewarning.
Oh,
Nelson
yeah,
just
yeah.
walked in and was like, "You're on Podnapping."
Yes.
So that was a pleasant little
This
gift.
is a real test of our
I
relationship.
know. It was a good time.
I'll let you know if we're still together next week.
I just
Stay
want to say,
tuned.
I just want to say, this is an audio medium, but you should know that Alan has her arms crossed to disapprove of it.
Yeah. Okay. This next one. So Canberra. 1 Bitcoin.
What are they up to now?
Another one of
They're
his
up
special
and they're
subjects.
down and they're
All around? where you're
all
going?
around. They are all around. 18,000.
Higher.
25,000.
Higher.
Oh.
Say 26, Alan, you got it.
26,000.
Yes. It is actually. Do you want to have another guess? Have another guess. You've won it. We'll give it to you, but have another guess anyway.
28,426.
Oh, so close. $64,872. I can't believe 1 Bitcoin is worth that much. What a ridiculous currency that is. Yeah.
2 points each.
Everyone's on
Hey.
2 points. Oh my god, this is so close. Dead heat. Okay. This one I Googled the most expensive condoms.
Okay.
Well, actually, I Googled the most expensive stuff, and one of the first things was condoms. So it wasn't like the first thing that came to my mind. I was like,
Can I ask the features of this condom?
I will give you the brand. It's Coco Chanel. And it's actually a 12-pack. So
Oh, that helps.
Is it made of something special?
With like gold leaf?
it's all about the brand, guys. It's the fact that you're going to have sex with somebody protected by Coco Chanel.
Imagine if you bought that and then it was shit.
Well,
I mean,
is there much of a
No, not the
rating?
condom, the sex. You'd be like,
Oh,
I used
yeah.
this on bad sex.
That's not first date like condom.
Well, people can have an off night. I have them all the time, Nelson.
Cambo, does she?
No.
Good answer. Good answer.
So you're starting.
Oh yeah, Ellen,
Oh,
you're first.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay, good luck.
yeah. Just a wild guess is fine.
$150.
Higher,
$300.
lower. Oh, this is a good one when it's in between.
225.
It is $279. So Cambo,
Ka-ching.
closest on that one.
Do they smell like Chanel, do you think?
I reckon they'll.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe it's
Scented.
Got the scented.
Not
yeah.
the sexiest scent, I would say.
Not a good thing.
Well, yeah, and also I feel like, perfume is like alcoholic. Like if you ever taste a bit of perfume, it's like, ugh, don't want that. I don't want that around my privates, that's all I'm saying.
Why'd you taste perfume? Did you put a condom in your mouth?
Yeah. I had to know. Okay, this one. I feel like is in the realm of all of you.
Yep.
A golden retriever puppy.
We live in quite an affluent area, although we ourselves are not affluent. We are the scum around this affluent area.
Don't tell people how we live.
And they all have golden retrievers. So they're clearly an expensive dog. But how? $2,000.
Higher.
Like $6,000.
Lower.
4.5.
$3,250. What'd you say? 2,000.
2,000.
Ellen, right? What'd you say?
4.5.
4.5.
No, it's Michael.
Oh, it's Michael.
You were bad
Maths
at math.
again. 4.5. 200. Yep.
That feels like a cheap retriever puppy.
I actually, do you know what it said? It said from 3,000 to 3,500. So I choose.
I still think that 3,500 is pretty cheap.
Guys, should we buy all these golden retriever puppies?
They literally retrieve gold.
Oh my god! Let's get all of them and resell them back for at least $6,000.
Yeah, so if someone's letting them go for that price,
Yeah.
we'll snap up everyone they've
Suckers. What's wrong with them? That's what I want to know.
got. Okay, score
Defective.
check. I'm on 4, Stacey 2,
Yes.
and Ellen 2.
2.
Okay. Looks like
I'm the one to beat.
looks like guys are smarter. If I got that.
Jesus Christ.
It's so bizarre that you would say that, given you and Ellen are already in a fight.
Yeah.
Also, Stacey, I just want to point out, given that you've corrected him twice on his math.
yeah. I've got other things going on. Yeah.
I've never heard such a crock of bullshit in my life.
Okay. This one's a bit of a weird one. Okay. It is the price of a PlayStation 5 on Facebook Marketplace. Now,
Oh, jeez.
I've tried to find the most expensive PlayStation 5 on there.
Yeah.
I'll give you the brand new price straight from the store.
Yep.
Is $750.
Yeah.
So the real question is, how high is somebody trying to mark up that PlayStation?
Okay. I'm going to get rid of my tactic of saying round numbers, and I'm going to go specific.
Okay.
5,800.
Lower.
1,500.
Higher.
Oof.
3,750.
Oh, $2,000. Stacey,
Oh,
I did the maths that time.
congratulations.
Okay. 432 points. Okay, now is where things get interesting. Huh? All of you just had the same expression.
Because everything's been weird so far.
Like, intrigue would have been great. Like a bit, ooh. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I'm going to give you 3 items. One is worth $100. One is free. And one is $1. These are all on Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
So you can just have a go in order.
Yep.
And again, track your own score because I'm not keeping up. You just get a point if you get one right, you know. So the first set is a huge box of mixed Lego, a homemade billy cart, and a massage chair.
So the
One-
price is again 100.
One is 100, one is $1,
One
and
is
one is
free.
free.
Okay, I'm starting.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go... this seems too obvious, and I think it's a trap, but I'll fall onto the trap if I must. Massage chair 100, Lego $1, a homemade billy cart free.
Okay. Stacey, what's your thoughts?
How much Lego is it? Like a lot?
They've been relatively liberal with the word huge, but it's like maybe, let's say like half a meter box by...
Okay, don't finish that sentence.
something.
That
I don't know.
That's meaningless to me.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
I've already answered, but follow-up question. Is the chair working?
Didn't read.
Okay.
Classic. I reckon that if I had a massage chair, I'd want to get rid of it. So I'm saying that's free. the Lego is $1, and then for some reason someone's made a billy cart or whatever it is, and then they're like, this is worth money.
Okay. Ellen.
Oh, I'm going to go with billy cart, $1, Lego, free massage chair, $100.
I think we've all gone the different versions, haven't we?
No, because none of you have gotten the correct version. I think you got 0 points, I'm pretty sure, Cambo. And I'm pretty sure you two got a point each. I think.
I've introduced sound effects late into the game.
Here we go. Huge box of mixed Lego, $100. Homemade billy cart, $1. Massage chair, free.
Oh, you get 2.
No, I got 1.
No, 1. Yeah, you both got 1 point because you got the
Billy cart.
and you got the massage chair, free. Yeah, Cambo, zilch. I always knew women were smarter. Okay, here's the next set. Tomato sauce packet. One of the like squeezy ones.
That's worth $1.
A folding pool table, like a billiard table, but for some reason it folds.
Yep.
An iGenie robotic vacuum.
My dad did once pick up a free folding pool table for free. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put that one as free because it could be the same one.
Okay, yeah, maybe. It's being passed around.
Yep. The iGenie vacuum I'll put as $100 and then the other one $1.
Okay. Stacey?
That's what I was going to do. Is that boring?
That's fine.
Okay, fine. Done.
Okay. Ellen?
I've forgotten what the third thing was.
The robotic vacuum.
And the other one?
Folding pool table, tomato sauce packet.
Oh. Tomato sauce packet, $100.
I can see that. Yeah. I think that's fine. I definitely saw some pretty memey stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Some guy was selling 1 sock.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was $100.
But it'd be good if you had that pair of socks when one of yours went missing.
Yeah.
And you just needed the 1 sock.
Yeah, be good. $100 though. No.
Folding table, $1, vacuum, free.
I'm sorry to say, but Stacey and Cambo got it perfectly.
I did take a wild gamble.
No, I feel like that was a good gamble. I was trying to trick you guys with that.
The strategy was there.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out in your in your way this particular time. But I respect the strategy of going against what you think is going to happen. This Facebook Marketplace is a fucking wild place.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, last set.
Wait, do we get 3 points each? I don't even know what I'm on.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
who knows?
you're on 3 points. What? Guys, I said from the beginning of this segment that you have to track your own scores.
I think I'm on 7.
E-
Because I was on 4 and then I just got 3.
Oh, I
Yeah.
think I had 2 for you than you, so I must be on 5.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. Ellen? Just saying.
Could be on 3.
Ellen's definitely on 3. Confirmed. Okay. This one is oh my God, this is a really long segment. A watch box. So it's like a box that you display your watches in.
Yep.
A Merry Christmas hat. It's like a baseball cap, just says Merry Christmas on it. I can't stress how old this looks, okay? And a Titanic themed pocket watch. And I'm going to say themed from like the movie Titanic, not from the actual Titanic.
Yeah. Here's the thing. There was a time in the late 90s and even bled over into the early 2000s when Titanic, you put Titanic on anything and it was like a commemorative collectible thing. And I'm wondering whether this is maybe someone slightly older that still is trading on that cachet, hoping to get a lot. So I'm going to put that as 100.
Okay.
So what were the other 2 items?
The watch box and the Merry Christmas hat.
There are some nice watch boxes out there, and I know it's like a very fancy thing, so that could also be 100. But I'm going to put that as free and the hat as $1.
Okay. Stacey?
I'll go $100 watch box, even though I have no idea what that is. $1 for the Titanic watch.
Yep.
And then free for the hat.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go 100.
By the way, this is for all the points.
$100 Titanic watch. Free hat. $1 watch box.
Oh, no. Okay. Stacey gets a point. Cameron gets a point. Ellen, I'm really sorry. You got it all the wrong way around.
Oh, no.
Watch box was $100. Merry Christmas hat, $1. And the Titanic pocket watch was free.
Wow. They've come to realize that it doesn't have any cash
Yeah.
anymore.
They've been holding on to it. You know what the trick is? Wait till Leo dies. Yeah, that's when you cash in and all that Titanic
Or
stuff.
if you don't want to wait, kill Leo.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Do it now.
Then that pocket watch shoots up in value.
First, rob him. Double your income.
More than double, I'd suggest.
Yeah, probably. Steal that island that he bought. But that was it. The price is right.
It was certainly something, Nelson.
I've met the quota of a podnapping, Cameron.
Did you create this podnapping by being like, I've got nothing to podnap, but you were on Facebook and you accidentally hit the Facebook Marketplace tab and you were like, interesting.
Yeah.
Something's coming.
I've got something here. No, what I found was most interesting is like why people price something $1 and not free. Like, why was that Merry Christmas hat $1?
Yeah.
Like, that's a free item for sure. It's so nuts.
Speaking of items no one wants, I am thinking of doing another version of I wish I didn't buy this. So if you have any items that you want us to purchase and then see whether or not we regret purchasing them, send them to me. I am interested there's a specific set of things I wish that are free.
Yeah.
And I want to know what they're about.
Yeah.
I want to know why they're free.
You know what? Get them, sell them for $1 on Marketplace.
It's the classic you just pay shipping scam.
Yeah. Good.
But that was Podnapping. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. We'll finish up with the AMA. We are sorry that we made you come on, but thank you for joining us.
I just can't wait for the listeners not to be able to tell the difference between our voices.
Yeah.
I think that new listeners can't even tell the difference between Nelson and my voice.
Yeah. And now
We've doubled that confusion.
do you know what? We'll put one of those like Mickey Mouse type filters over Ellen's.
Yeah,
they
shotgun.
know. Because they know. Yeah. They know what you sound like, Stacey.
And then I think just to contrast nicely to really differentiate them, we'll put one of those really low demonic filters on Stacey.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
That's so mean.
But
Yeah.
we're just trying to make them as different as possible. Yeah. Don't read into it.
Anyway,
Sorry,
this is
dude.
what I get for inviting Ellen over for a glass of wine when we guys do the podcast. I'm so sorry, Ellen.
Never coming back.
On to the AMA.
Now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in and ask us anything you want.
Yes, got a very short one here
Yes.
from Jeremy.
Not so much a question.
Not so much a question, more general facts. It's titled, and this will give you an indication of how long the log currently is. Happy National Chocolate Cake Day, brackets USA, April 5th.
Yep.
So I've got to adjust the time.
Still in April. Still counts.
And then they have also continued. Did you know it is also World Breast Pumping Day today?
I think those days match.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
What are you doing? Sitting down, pumping away? Have a bit of cake. A bit of chocolate cake.
I would say, what do you think of how many days there are? Like, I mean, obviously there's 365 days in a year, etc. But I'm talking like national days.
Yeah. I find this a weird
Because
thing that I feel like has ruined
Day.
national
Yeah.
days of something of more significance.
I would say National Breast Pumping Day far more important because that's a thing that is both important for like just humans, you know.
Yeah.
But also something that still has a bit of a stigma about it. With chocolate cake, everyone loves. You know what I mean?
yeah. We didn't need a day to
For
prove
people-
that chocolate cake was great.
Exactly. Anzac Day, the day we're recording.
Yeah.
I understand. It's a
Yeah.
commemorative thing. A lot of people lost their lives. It is a thing. Chocolate cake, you're not converting anyone over to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no one thinking 364 years a day, "Oh, I never have chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Maybe if there's a national holiday, I'll have a slice of chocolate cake.
yeah. Pancake Tuesday?
Yeah.
Don't need to
'Cause
convince anybody of that either.
I used to run social media for a cinema company, and I remember one time someone was like, it's National Popcorn Day coming up. And I'm like, fuck off with your National Popcorn Day.
Do you know what
Popcorn's always great. You don't need a day for it.
Do you know what I think should have been great? It's like every 3 months you announce National Popcorn Day and just see if people picked up on it.
Even just go early. See if anyone notices.
Yeah, that's right. That'd be great for a business, wouldn't it? Like, say the cinema, you just keep up making national days. Who's going to stop you? Who's fact-checking these national days?
National Popcorn Day, that's followed by National Chocked Up Day.
Yeah.
National Go See a Movie at Full Price Day.
Yeah, that's right.
No discounts, no vouchers today.
Yeah. National Bring Your Mum to the Cinema Day. There's so many days you could, just cram into there.
Yeah. National Play the Arcade Games in the Cinema Day.
Yeah, that's right. After you've watched a movie.
After you've watched a movie at full price,
obviously. At full price. And you've bought a chocolate over popcorn day. I think it's pretty genius.
Also, what do you think of making a day that is clearly also a different day? So let's stick with cinemas to be like, let's declare National Cinema Day. Okay. We're thinking of putting it December 25th.
Yeah.
So then when everyone's like, Merry Christmas, you're like, actually, it's International Cinema Day as well. I want you to respect that.
Yeah. I would maybe prefer to refer to Christmas as National Cinema Day, but we still exchange gifts and whatnot.
Happy National Cinema Day. I got you a new pair of shoes.
No, I think the problem with that is everyone would definitely get like DVDs and stuff.
Yeah.
No, wait, that's going to be anti-cinema, doesn't
it? Gift cards for the cinema.
Yeah, gift cards. And it's like, I don't want it to always be themed around that.
Yeah, that's true.
How about we just create another holiday where we get gifts? Now
I'm into it.
I've got one. National buy your favorite podcast host a gift.
Yeah, and when are we recording next week? Because that's the day it is.
That's the... No... Well, yeah.
Oh, do we set it for a month's time to allow for postage?
Well, let some people send it through. And honestly, people have missed it for the past few years.
Yeah, it's true. So is it the 25th? So May 25th, International Send Your Favorite Podcast as a Gift Day.
May 25th. Everybody, put it in your calendar. It's probably already there. It's probably already it's set in stone. That'd be great. Okay, I've got another one here. It's from Amanda. Oi, cunts.
Yeah, great.
Thank you for addressing us the appropriate way. It's great to have a decent salutation that truly respects the dignity of podcasting.
And on Anzac Day, no less.
Yeah, exactly. I hope there was a lot of chocolate in your Easter and a bit of sitting around in the perfect weather of Melbourne's autumn. I find that spring's all over the place, summer's a bit iffy, and winter's a bit bloody cold. But I do think Melbourne does a good job of autumn. I think the Easter bilby is possibly the lamest Easter animal. I believe it was chosen because it has long ears, just like a rabbit, and also has babies, just like a rabbit. Really, your idea of Easter platypus, I think, is much more on the money, as they do lay eggs. And yes, are mammals, same as rabbits, but in the order monotremes, which they share with echidnas, the only other egg-laying mammal. I don't actually understand, then, I've decided, what a mammal is.
I don't...
Because in my head, it would be that they have babies rather than eggs. But for some reason... Some fucking idiot scientist was like, no, this one's a mammal, but it actually lays eggs.
Here's what I like to think about. That Australia pissed the world off when it was discovered, being that I reckon they had so much of this set.
Yeah.
It was set. We know what a mammal is. We know what a reptile is. And it's never going to change.
Yeah.
That's written in stone.
Yeah.
And then they find Australia.
Yeah.
They bring these animals back and they're like, for fuck's sake, we just did this.
We got so many different things. It's the worst.
Well, which one of them can kill us? What do you mean all of them?
Yeah. We'll go with the most important ones. Ones that can kill us. Fucking everything. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to ask to be a fuckhead podcast listener.
Good.
That would be silly. I am much more interested in what I heard as Nelson misspeaking, or was it a Freudian slip? And I would like to be your first fuckhead pod hugger. Thank you. Look, lockdown has been hard. I have missed the hugs.
Well, look, we're a show that respects a loophole.
Yeah.
Far be it from us to close a loophole.
Can't do that. Yeah.
But I say once one person gets through the loophole, then we close it.
Yeah. That's how we get. Or I think we need to be hugged, right? If I'm making somebody a fuckhead pod hugger,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need the hug.
You're gonna need the
and I
hug.
have had a hug from Amanda before.
Yes.
But like now, like an official one.
It needs to be
you
a
know?
ceremonial hug.
Yeah.
It's been pointed out to us. We make people go through many hoops to become official things on this show. So
everyone wants to be part of the universe we created, which we love. Somehow we've made it really hard to
you
join.
would think we'd be like, please join us. But we say, oh yeah, you're gonna be a fucking podcast. Actually, you know what? No.
Yeah.
We're gonna put you on trial and make you take it on.
Yeah.
So Amanda, we're open to it, but we will need a ceremonial hug to seal the deal.
Yeah. Just in case you're running short of podnapping, here's one for you. It's sort of come from a podcast. You know what? But I feel like this is going to be a question that we could just answer now, right?
Okay.
I think. The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe has been doing a live stream, and George Hrab asked them this question, which I think is interesting. If you could be on the set of any movie ever and watch how it was made, which movie would you choose? You have a time machine. My additional question to this is inspired by Cancelled Movie Report, that shitty podcast. That's how she continued it.
I don't believe that.
If you could be on the set of any movie that didn't quite get made, which one would you choose? I'll just finish it. Thanks for keeping me sane with your shows, guys. And Cambo, I'm hoping to hear some more Cancelled Movie Reports and hearing more of that other podcast that we're not allowed to mention. Take care, and thanks for making me laugh. Hugs, Amanda.
Did I ever tell you one day when I got on Discord and I just did a random voice chat with everyone?
Yeah.
And you went on the chat at this point, that the first question I got a lot was, what is that other podcast you're not allowed to mention?
Oh, really? Okay.
Obviously, I won't say it on the show.
Yeah, we're not allowed to mention it.
If you catch me on a Discord chat, maybe I'll tell you. But,
Yeah.
but Amanda, yes, there is a second season of Cancelled Movie coming, hopefully next month.
Exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not.
Oh.
I've heard it a lot.
Yeah. You're over it. Okay, so if you could be on the set of any movie ever and watch how it was made, which movie would you choose?
I want a real disaster of a movie.
I want to do one too. I'm going to say one that makes me seem like the villain of the world, which I have been known to be on this show, but only because I'm imagining I'm looking through a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be associated with this. And in fact, I can't even remember what movie it was necessarily, but you'll know because you're the movie dude. What was the one where the director, they say that he almost seemed vindictive and hated horses, and there were hundreds of horses that got killed on the set of this movie. Was it Ben-Hur? Was it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And they were saying it was almost it was
the big chariot scene at the end of
Yeah.
it. Famously killed so many horses.
I kind of just want to be on the set and be like, what is happening that's allowing how are
just
so many
1960s
people
movie regulations
complicit with it? But you would think even just morally, who's watching and being were people oh my god, this is horrible, or were they oh, just another dead horse? I want to be there in that moment and just be what is the vibe here? I want to understand that more.
Yeah. You want to know if the vibe on set is Phew,
Yeah.
a lot of horses are dying, or whether it's
Yeah.
well, there's another one.
Yeah. Or hey, can I have a turn? You know, I want to know what the vibe was.
Yeah,
there.
okay. I'm interested in movies that are real train wreck of a movie, and I want to know how it got that way. The one, I don't know why this sprung to mind immediately, but you know that Fantastic Four that came out a few years ago?
Right.
Where just watching it, clearly half of it was shot at a completely different time to the other half, or Justice League that came out recently.
Right, yeah.
Where it's there's such a mess. I just want to know what was happening then. Why was it this way?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially I want to know for the reshoot parts of it. Was
Yeah.
everyone this doesn't look right?
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
You're not going to be able to pull this off. You know that, right? I want to know that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So any of those
I imagine
movies,
there's one dude that's we'll CGI this in later. Don't worry about it.
I think that would be, it would just be people in front of green screens and they're and this will look okay? Yeah. it'll look fine.
Don't worry about it.
I think I've gained a bit of weight since now you won't notice. You barely notice at all.
Yeah.
I think my hair's parted on the other side. Nah, who cares? We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
We'll CGI your hair the other way.
Yeah.
Mustache? What mustache? We'll get rid of the mustache. Your lip will look fine.
Yeah, that's right.
That would be an interesting one, wouldn't it? Just to see Superman with the mustache.
Oh yeah, just actually watch those scenes. Yeah, that would be good. That would actually be good. Yeah, just for the visual. Yeah, I think that's the thing. We want something. Well, was there anything like groundbreaking in the way that was made? Like maybe even Star Wars, because that sort of seemed like a movie that was ahead of its time. That would be quite interesting.
Again, though, Star Wars. We've talked about this briefly on the show, but many years ago, the idea that Star Wars was saved in the edit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it would be interesting knowing that Star Wars is such a behemoth now to go back to the original Star Wars set and watch everyone be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Well, yeah.
Because from what I understand is that George Lucas essentially was being talked down to constantly the whole time. And be like, this is trash, right? This doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? And like they filmed in England, so a lot of the crew were British. And they were like, the American and British film industries are quite different. So everyone was like, this fucking young kid and his Star Wars, whatever thing. And apparently they were really rude to him.
Yeah, right.
That would be really interesting.
I'd even find what's interesting about that is like set design. Because I've seen like almost mini documentaries on Star Wars set design. And they just have cool like things that they've created to make them look outer spacey. And I think even just those small details would be so interesting.
Also, there's like urban legends for movies like The Exodus saying, "Oh, the movie set was cursed, it was haunted while they were filming it." Just go back and be like, "No, it wasn't."
Yeah,
I was there. It wasn't.
Come back to present day, guys. Don't worry, it wasn't.
It's just a pretty well-made film. I don't know what to tell you.
It might have been you. Maybe you were what cursed it, Like maybe when
everyone's like,
you went
kept
back
seeing
there,
a shadowy man from the future.
Because you have to pretend like you're not there, otherwise it disrupts the timeline or something. You knock over a broom by accident. They're like, "Oh, nobody's behind there. What's that?"
What if you found out that you inadvertently like created something? Where they're like, "Oh, we're going to film the stair scene now." Like, "Oh, well, she goes down backwards."
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. You're like, "Oh my god, I made that."
Yeah. That's interesting. I've actually always thought about that. Ages ago, I thought about... No, actually, a Redditor put in a post that was about a time traveler and a guy who lives forever become best friends. Yeah. And I loved that concept, and I thought about it a lot. And one of the things that I thought about was like how they recognize... or how they meet up with each other, and the idea there would be like this diary that like they give... And so the idea would be like one episode, the guy who lives there gives it to the time traveler. But in another one, the time traveler gives it to the guy who lives forever. Yeah. And you don't actually know who created this system because it's just they gave it to each other in this way. I was like, I love the concept of how weird that time trippy stuff can get.
It's such a weird loop,
Yeah. Anywho. But thank you for that, Amanda. And Jeremy, if you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, readitpodcast at gmail.com.
Yep.
You can also reach us at Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast. We'd also appreciate if you could subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you could recommend the podcast to a friend.
Yeah, that one's probably the most important, we'll be honest.
Do that. We obviously never would because, just to reiterate, we've got better morals.
Yeah, that moral fortitude of ours.
Yeah. Also, thanks to our girlfriends for just sticking with us.
We're going to go have a very awkward conversation now.
Yeah. A very silent dinner. But thanks for listening, and we will read you later.